Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 62. In this video, we will be do revision for half yearly exams. So question of chapter number 9th and 10th. So see, question, general formula and chemical name, preparation and use of the compound. So first compound is plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris general formula is CaSO4 dot half H2O. And its chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Preparation that is means 2CaSO4 dot 2H2O. Gypsum, whenever heated, gypsum 2CaSO4 dot 2H2O. So convert into the POP, CaSO4 dot H2O. Okay, so plaster of Paris and 3 water molecule removed, and it's used as a plasters. Then limestone general formula is calcium carbonate and its chemical name is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Preparation, CaOH whole twice plus CO2. Whenever carbon dioxide pass out in the calcium hydroxide, so convert into the calcium carbonate and water. Okay, CO2 gas pass into the calcium hydroxide, so it is convert into the calcium carbonate and water. Calcium carbonate is a limestone. It's used as a building material in the form of marble. Then cement general formula is, it is an important ingredient present in the Portland cement, because in modern way name is cement, Portland cement. And Portland cement, which ingredient present? Dicalcium silicate, Ca2SiO4. Dicalcium silicate, Ca2SiO4 26%. Tricalcium silicate, Ca3SiO5 51%. Tricalcium aluminate, Ca3Al2O6 11%. So these ingredients present in the Portland cement. Its chemical name is Portland cement. And preparation of cement, these components mix together and then Portland cement are formed. So calcium oxide 50 to 60%, SiO2 silica 20 to 25%, Al2O3 5 to 10%, MgO magnesium oxide 2-3%, Fe2O3 1 to 2%, and SO3 sulfur trioxide 1 to 2%, and combined together, then Portland cement is formed. One uses mainly used in Portland cement in concrete and construct buildings. Then slagged lime. Slagged lime general formula is CaOH whole twice calcium hydroxide. Its chemical name. Preparation of the slagged lime, calcium oxide react with water, so convert into the calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice. Calcium oxide react with the water, so convert into the calcium hydroxide. It's used mainly in whitewash, otherwise prepare bleaching powder. Okay, it is used in whitewash and prepare bleaching powder. Then baking soda. Baking soda general formula is NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. Its chemical name. General formula NaHCO3 and chemical name sodium bicarbonate. And preparation Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Sodium carbonate react with CO2 gas and then water, so convert into the sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. It is a baking soda and it is used in fire extinguishers. Then caustic soda. Caustic soda general formula is NaOH. Caustic soda general formula is NaOH and its chemical name is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Its preparation, cathode, Na plus gaining of electron in the presence of the mercury, convert into the sodium amalgam, NaHG. And then at anode, Cl minus convert into the half Cl2 by losing of the electron. So sodium amalgam, Na amalgam plus 2H2O convert into the 2NaOH Hg plus H2. Okay, sodium hydroxide and then mercury and then hydrogen. Its use is manufacture of soap, paper, okay, etc. Then washing soda. Washing soda general formula Na2CO3 dot tan H2. General formula Na2CO3 dot tan H2O, sodium carbonate, decahydrate. Chemical name is sodium carbonate and its preparation sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3 heated, so Na2CO3 and then CO2 gas obtained and H2. It's used in water softening and manufacture of glass and soap. In water softening and manufacture of glass and soap. Next question is, how would you explain the following observation? First is, beryllium oxide is almost insoluble, but beryllium sulfate is soluble in water. Beryllium oxide is almost insoluble, but beryllium sulfate is soluble in water. So here you see, beryllium oxide is almost insoluble in water and beryllium sulfate is soluble in water. So reason, because beryllium 2 plus small cation. Beryllium 2 plus small cation. Small cation, that is means its high polarizing power, and O2 minus small anion. Small cation and small anion. So the size compatibility of beryllium 2 plus and O2 minus is high. So lattice energy released during their formation is also very high. But whenever beryllium oxide is dissolved in water, so its hydration enthalpy of its ion is not sufficient overcome the high lattice energy. So beryllium oxide insoluble, but sulfate ion large anion. So beryllium 2 plus can easily polarize sulfate ion because small cation and then larger anion. So beryllium 2 plus ion cation can easily polarize sulfate ions, making the beryllium sulfate but sulfate ion larger anion. So small cation easily polarized larger anion. So beryllium 2 plus can easily polarize sulfate ions, making beryllium sulfate unstable. So lattice energy of the beryllium sulfate is not very high and it is soluble in water. Okay, so small cation not a easily polarized small anion, but small cation easily polarized larger anion. So this is the main reason. So lattice energy of the beryllium sulfate is not very high, so it is soluble in water. Next, second question is, barium oxide is soluble but barium sulfate is insoluble in water. Barium oxide is soluble but barium sulfate is insoluble in water. Barium oxide is soluble, reason due to the barium 2 plus larger cation and O2 minus is smaller anion. So size compatibility not high. So barium oxide is unstable because lattice energy not a very large. So barium sulfate, both barium 2 plus and sulfate ion are large cation and large anion. So both sized and large lattice energy released is high. So it is not soluble. Okay. So barium oxide soluble because barium 2 plus large cation and O2 minus small anion. So size compatibility not high. So barium oxide unstable. Lattice energy not very large. But in a barium sulfate, both barium 2 plus and sulfate ions are large. So lattice energy released is high. So it is not soluble. And not soluble. Okay. Next question is lithium iodide, third number. Lithium iodide is more soluble than potassium iodide in ethanol. Lithium iodide is more soluble than potassium iodide in ethanol. Lithium iodide is more soluble than potassium iodide in ethanol. So lithium iodide is more soluble than potassium iodide, so due to its small size. And lithium ion high polarizing power. I already explained in my last video, but again I explain. lithium iodide is more soluble than potassium iodide. Reason because lithium is a small size and then high polarizing power, and it is polarized the electron cloud of iodide ion. So greater its power comparison than potassium. So this causes greater covalent character in lithium iodide comparison than potassium iodide. So more soluble in ethanol. Next question is how to remove permanent hardness by synthetic resin method. So first here discuss about what is the synthetic resin method. So question is how to permanent hardness remove by synthetic resin method. So the process of the treating permanent hardness of water using synthetic resin is based on the exchange of cations like Na plus, Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus. These cations and anions is Cl minus, SO4 2 minus, HCO3 minus, chloride ion, sulfate ion and bicarbonate ion, and present in the water by H plus and OH minus ion respectively. Then synthetic resins are two types. First is cation exchange resins and second one is anion exchange resins. Cation exchange resins are large organic molecules that contain the sulfonic group SO3H group. Cation exchange resins are large organic molecules that contain the SO3H group sulfonic group. And the resin is firstly changed RNA from RS by treating it with NaCl. So this resin then exchanges Na plus ion with calcium 2 plus ion and Mg2 plus ion, calcium ion and magnesium ion. So thereby making the water soluble, softening. So like reaction is RNA react with M2 plus. Okay, so R react with the metal ion, so R2M plus 2Na plus out. And there are cation exchange resin in H plus form. The resin exchange H plus ion for Na plus, calcium ion and magnesium 2 plus ion. So 2RH react with the M2 plus, Na ion, calcium ion, magnesium ion. So Mr2 and 2H plus ion. This is the removal of the H plus ion acidic way. And anion exchange resins exchange OH minus ion. Cation exchange H plus ion and anion exchange OH minus ion. For anions like chloride ion, bicarbonate ion, HCO3 minus and sulfate ion presence in the water. So RNH2 plus H2O convert into the RNH3 plus OH minus. Again react with the halide ion. So RNH3 plus X minus and plus OH minus ion. Okay, so cation exchange resins H plus ion and anion exchange resin OH minus ion. So during the complete process water first passes, right? Here you see cationic way, we take water also and then anionic. So during the complete process water first passes through the cation exchange process in cation, and the water obtained after this process so is free from the mineral cations and is acidic in nature, and acidic water is then passed through the anion exchange process. Okay, so first hydrolysis way and then first cation exchange resin and then after anion exchange resin. Okay, so then acidic way water is then passed anion exchange process and where OH minus ion. So here OH minus ion form and here H plus ion form, and H plus and OH minus ion neutralize and deionize and then water are obtained. Okay, so H plus and OH minus ion combine, neutralize and then water obtained. So this process for permanent removal of permanent hardness in the process of the synthetic resin method. Next is significance of the ions in biological fluids. See, first is sodium. So sodium ion used in biological fluids. Point wise I will be explained. So sodium use significance in biological fluids. Sodium ions are found primarily in the blood plasma and also found in the interstitial fluid surrounding the cells. So A. Sodium ion help in the transmission of nerve signal, and they help in regulating the flow of the water across the cell membrane, and they also help in the transporting sugar and amino acid into the cell. This is the significance of the sodium. Then significance of the potassium in the biological fluids. Potassium ion found in the highest quantity within the cell fluids. Potassium ion found in the highest quantity within the cell fluids. So first is help in activating many enzymes, participate in oxidizing glucose to produce ATP, and they also help in transmitting nerve signals. Then next, magnesium and calcium used in the biological fluids. Both are macrominerals and higher evidence in human body. So magnesium help in relaxing nerves and muscles, and also help in building and strengthening bonds. Magnesium maintains normal blood circulation in the human body. Then after calcium helps in coagulation of the blood and also help in maintaining homeostasis. Okay, so this is the main important use of the magnesium and the calcium. Next is, what is the Cole gasification? Cole gasification, dihydrogen produced by Cole gasification method is, so carbon Cole react with the water temperature 1270 Kelvin, so convert into the carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas. And here yield of the hydrogen by reacting CO with steam in the presence of the catalyst iron chromate. So carbon monoxide react with the water gas temperature 673 Kelvin, catalyst iron chromate, so convert into the carbon dioxide gas and then water gas. So this reaction is called the water gas shift reaction, otherwise we have to say syngas. Syngas, yes, carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas, and this is reaction is water gas shift reaction, and this here CO2 is removed by scrubbing it. Next question is, explain the importance of the compounds in the describe the importance of the following. First is limestone. So limestone is a calcium carbonate, CaCO3. So its importance is used in preparation of the lime and cement, and it is used as a flux during the smelting of the iron ores. Whenever iron ores smelt, then we have to use as a flux, we have to use calcium carbonate, limestone. Then cement. Cement importance, it is a mixture of the calcium silicate and calcium aluminate. Calcium silicate and calcium aluminate, and it is used in plastering and in construction of bridges, and it is used also in concrete. Then after plaster of Paris importance, it is a calcium sulfate hydrate, CaSO4.H2, otherwise you have to write this way, or CaSO4.half H2. Okay, it is used in especially in surgical bandages and used for making cast and molds and craft. Next question is, what happens when sodium metal is dropped in water? Sodium metal is dropped in water, so convert into the sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. And then sodium metal, second one is sodium metal is heated in free supply of air. So free supply of air, that is means sodium react with O2, so convert into the sodium oxide. In excess amount of the oxygen react with the sodium, so convert into the sodium peroxide, Na2O2. Third one is sodium peroxide dissolve in water. Sodium peroxide Na2O2 dissolve in water H2O, so convert into the NaOH and then H2O2. Okay, so these three way First is hydrogen gas evolved whenever sodium react with the dropped in the water, exothermic reaction. Second one, sodium oxide, sodium metal heated in free supply of air. So sodium oxide and sodium peroxide form. And then hydrogen peroxide is formed whenever sodium peroxide react with the water, dissolve in the water.